So I just finished watching the Book of Boba Fett and it has some serious issues. Just to give a quick synopsis of the show, the Book of Boba Fett is about a cold, ruthless killer who does not let people disrespect him in any way and always keeps a cool head and thinks on their feet. Wait, I'm sorry, wrong script. That's Finnick. Okay. The Book of Boba Fett is about a guy in Mandalorian armor that was a ruthless killer and bounty hunter, but then decides to change his ways to become a father figure to a... Damn, that's Din Djarin. Give me a second while I look for the script. There it is. Okay, I got it. The Book of Boba Fett is about a guy named Boba Fett who is a bounty hunter and ruthless killer and decides to become a crime boss that lets people walk all over him and became a side character in his own show. Yep, that's the one. At the end of The Mandalorian Season 2, when they hyped up Boba Fett becoming a crime boss, I was so hyped about the possibilities. But then I remembered that it was made by Disney. Then I had to ask myself the question, how are they going to do this? How are they going to address the nuance and sophistication of crime in Star Wars? The answer is they're not going to do it. But before I get into it, I want to talk about my problems with the show. My initial problem with the Book of Boba Fett, which I start to address in another video of mine, videos right here. Boba is not a crime boss. I mean, best case scenario, he's a horrible landlord. Worst case scenario, he's a glorified sheriff. To address my reason for saying this, I'm going to give you 5 reasons Boba Fett is a bad crime boss. 1, he gets no respect. During the show, he's constantly disrespected. The mayor asks him to send him a tribute.
Actually, there is one other matter, if I may.
What is it?
The matter of tribute.
I'm confused.
He wants you to pay him.
What? I'm the crime lord. He's supposed to pay me.
Shall I kill him?
This guy straight up just tells him to his face.
Well, with apologies, no one respects you.
And he has every right to say this because even when he asks Boba, the crime boss, for help from the Power Rangers, he just hires them. Okay, fine, just hire the people trying to kill you. Even at the end of the series, they make it seem like he earned the respect of the people around him. But really, the entire war was his fault and responsibility, and it was more like he was cleaning up his own mess instead of really protecting people. Having a new crime boss for these people is really a question of where do I send the check? Even this lady was like, cool, you're the new crime boss, here's payment. Side note, moment of sadness for this lady. 2, constantly having his leadership challenged. When the mayor sends this guy to collect tribute, that was a challenge to his leadership. After that, Boba thinks that the mayor sends assassins to kill him. But when Boba tries to confront him about this, he just attempts to pay him off like he's just some bounty hunter. Boba should have taken the money and then said, thank you. Now where's my tribute? Boba was in a good position in this spot because he was in a tactical advantage in this scene. He has his armor, he's in close quarters, he could have been able to make it out of this situation with little to almost no damage. Another situation is when the Red Power Rangers suggest that they fight the Syndicate in the city instead of the palace to protect the people. That doesn't really make any sense. They even state that even if he goes to the palace, they're going to stay in the city no matter what he does. Well, why did I hire you then? Reason number 3 lets people get away with attempted murder. When someone attempts to kill you, you should not let them go free, then offer them a job. You know what? They actually said that Mespar was going through some hard economic times, but it seems like if you threaten or attempt to kill Boba, you'll just give you a job. You don't even need a resume or anything. Reason number 4, people threaten him openly. So many people openly insult him and threaten him to his face. For example,
Wiki Chesko, Mori Shani.
Why do you deserve to be the daimyo? What prevents us all from killing you and taking what we want?
Reason number 5, he does not protect his reputation. I said it once and I will say it again. He should have killed the Wookiee. Letting everyone know you let people who attempt to kill you walk away makes you look weak. That's probably why the crime bosses did not hesitate to threaten him, because they probably know he would have just offered them a job. What the main issue is, they didn't really commit to the idea of Boba being a crime boss. For God's sakes, he kills Bib Fortuna to get his position. Side note, I kind of have a problem with this because Bib seemed like he was really excited to see Boba. Like, he was super happy. He had like a smile on his face and everything, and then Boba just kind of like shoots him, but you know, whatever. It felt like this guy
to stop me from dropping you right where you stand. Because I have a sharpshooter up on that ridge with a lock scope that will unload by the time my body hits the ground.
I'm the one wearing Beskar. As soon as I see that muzzle flash, you're both dead.
I didn't mean she was going to shoot you. My friend's locked on to that little companion of yours up on the henge.
And if you remember, I don't miss.
And this guy.
I need to respond. Everyone is watching, waiting for me to make the next move.
Are two different people. I mean, this guy had an assassin point a rifle at a baby just so he could have a conversation. And this guy is not even sure about what to do when someone attempts to kill him. Side note, I want to talk about this scene for a second. So in this scene, Boba has Fennec pointing a sniper rifle at Baby Yoda. And he's coming from a position of strength just to negotiate and have a conversation about getting his armor back. That is what kind of got me excited for the show. He didn't come in with a half-assed plan. He came in with tactical presence. He came in with a really good idea. I mean, for all he knows, the Mandalorian could have just been a ruthless killer just like him and just like put a bullet in him just because he asked about the armor. But no, he decided to come in from a position of strength to show that just because he doesn't have his armor, he's still pretty crafty with how he deals with situations. Only one time in the show does he act like an actual crime boss.
Can you do that? Can you get there in time?
Worth a shot.
By then, it's almost too late. And when he orders Fennec to kill the Syndication and the other crime bosses, it was almost like a last resort, or it was like self-defense or something like that. Speaking of Fennec, she's way more strategic and displays way better leadership skills. For example, in this scene.
Not now. You pick when.
You kill Vance. The reinforcements aren't coming.
We fight on our terms, not theirs.
This scene, Boba was flustered after hearing what happened to the Tusken Raiders, which could have gotten him killed, so he decides to walk away after she makes a really good suggestion. And she constantly makes good suggestions. I also respect her a lot more because it's not like she's walking around in laser-proof armor. When it comes to the story, Boba really only got 4 episodes out of 7 in his own series. The last 3 were really a setup for Mandalorian Season 3. I personally did not care about the Tusken Raider portion of the show. After the 2nd episode, I thought it was kind of pointless. I'll say it again for the people in the back. Disney does not like bad guys. In the movie Maleficent, she's justified in everything she does. Even Cruella could not even be a villain in her own movie. It just seems like they don't like putting money into anything where the main character might be the villain. Hell, they even ruined Artemis Fowl because of this. But they chose to have Boba become a crime boss. But they're like, no, he's a good crime boss. The show should have been about Boba learning to show restraint, learning that he can't just kill people to get his way. Now he has an organization and people relying on him. He has to learn to negotiate, compromise with people he may not like while fighting over his territory. But instead, it's Boba claiming a throne with no support, having everyone from commoners to assistants disrespect him, being outsmarted in a business he had worked in for years. Side note, it seems a little too easy to become a crime boss in Star Wars. All you have to do is kill the previous crime boss and now you're the crime boss. So when Boba had invited all the other crime bosses to have a sit down with him and discuss the ongoing war with the Syndicate, all he had to do was just kill them and he would have all their territories. So what's stopping him from doing that? Because by the logics in the show, all you have to do is kill the previous crime boss to take over their territory. So what's stopping him from killing these crime bosses and taking over their territory? Nothing is stopping him. They're trying to push this whole moral, like a moral crime boss type situation, and it's not real. Like, you can't be a good crime boss, especially if you can just kill the previous person to take that position. I will at least end this rant on a good note. I really do believe that the people behind this show are fans of Star Wars. Bringing a character like Cad Bane on, I mean, his entire energy was the type of vision and strength that I was looking for when I was watching the show. I was like, yes, I need someone cold-blooded. I need someone ruthless. I need someone just doing their job and just coming in and just ripping people apart, being a badass. Man, he is the embodiment of what I wanted Boba to be in this show. So when they brought him on, I was like, yeah, man, bring that energy. That's what we're really really excited to see. I mean, people really care about this show, so I feel like they should have just, dug into it a little bit more. But so a lot of people's favorite part, from what I can tell, of the of the Book of Boba Fett was the Mandalorian parts of the show. And I'm gonna be harsh here, but I can't count that as a part of the show because it didn't fit really in the show. It was really a Mandalorian story, and it's really hard for me to judge it like it's a part of the show, because if you took that entire portion out, it would still be the same show. It'd be a lot shorter, but it would still be the same show. If you this is basically a precursor to Mandalorian season 3, so if you're excited about Mandalorian season 3, that's probably why you were happy about seeing those episodes. I was extremely happy too. I thought they were pretty awesome, but I can't give it like the same rating because it's two completely different things. But as for a rating system go, I really could only recommend the last 3 episodes, which were the Mandalorian parts. If you're a fan of Boba Fett, you're not gonna like this show that much, because overall, if we take out the Mandalorian parts, it's like a 6 out of 10. But if you add the Mandalorian parts, it's like a 6.8 out of 10. It brings it up, but not by much. I mean, that's pretty much it when it comes to the show. I'm your boy Rant, and I'm out.